All right, here we are back at the hive this morning, or this afternoon, October the 3rd. We've definitely need to give them some sugar water and pollen patties is what we brought to give them today. It's definitely in the drought time, and I can tell the hive is really starting to slow down. There's not much activity in and out, as well as not as much activity in the hive. So brought our smoker. We're going to give them a little smoke, let them know that we're here, and try to keep them calm today. But we're going to check a few of the frames and see how they're doing as far as any sugar for the, or honey, sorry, for this drought. And then I'm going to feed them up good. So let's get started here. I think we'll start down here on this end this time. If we can pull out some of these frames. Don't expect to see anything down here, of course. These weren't too they weren't working them too much last time we checked, but not too bad. Look at there, I got that one. That was a frame that was just mainly just wax without any of the hive, but man, it is full of, we are full of hive beetles. You can see in there all those black dots, those are hive beetles, small hive beetle, and we're going to have to do something to deal with those. So that lets me know something pretty quick here, that I've got to get that taken care of. May try to take those frames out of there because they're really not needing them right now, and destroy those small hive beetles, and then just leave those frames out to put in maybe back in the springtime when the flow starts again. Let's look at these right quick. Oh yeah, they got some good honey on that one. A lot of good honey there. And they're building that one out, so that's a pretty good looking frame. We're just starting to build that one out. I'll leave this one out here for a minute. There we go. And get into this one. This is probably getting into a little bit of where the brood should be if she's still laying good. Again, you can tell the hive is really starting to, oh yeah, that's a good heavy frame of honey. See that? But they're probably starting to get into a little bit because they're needing some help with feed. So that's the main reason we're here today. All right. Get this one. Okay. That was not as heavy. Let's see what we got. And we got a little bit of nectar in there. Certainly some honey. I don't see it. Well, there's a little bit of brood on this side. You see up there, a little bit of capped brood. And yeah, I see some larvae down in there, I believe. So, evidence that she is still laying and active. The queen is. Give them just a little bit of smoke. Just try to keep them calm. Let's see what we have on this frame. All right. Well, we got a little something interesting here. A little queen cell, but there's nothing in it. It's dry. So we'll just take that off. Pinch it off, shouldn't be a problem. There's one there as well, but it's also dry. So let's turn it around, see what we got on this side. Yeah, again, the ladies are working hard in there. I see some nectar in there, and I see where I believe I see some larvae. But yeah, another good frame. This way we may see the queen if we get a chance to see her today. I didn't see her on that one. I didn't take time to look too good, but yeah. Well, this is a pretty light frame. She may not be there after all. But again, honey, not much nectar, and certainly not seeing much as far as any brood. A little bit there. Yeah, there's some capped brood on this side. You can see just a few places. Okay. We'll keep working it here slowly. Try not to stir them up too much. They're not too bad. I thought they'd be a little more aggressive today because they're really protective of their hide. Oh yeah, there's a good amount of brood on that one. Capped brood. See some larvae in a few. Some bee bread. Still not seeing her, the queen, but a little bit of brood on that side. So yeah, she's doing her job. Alright, let's check again on this one. May find her on this, I don't know. Yeah, there's a good amount of capped brood on that one. And checking the same one over here. So she's still laying nice, and we're going to help her workers out and give them some good protein patties and sugar water today. So they can keep this hive going. Seems like it's doing pretty good. I've got one bee that's trying to get at me, but thankfully I've got the equipment on. Alright, yeah, just a little bit of capped brood there, and the same over here. Not a lot, but a little bit. Not seeing Miss Queen, but that's okay. Well, what seems to be a healthy hive. I'm just a little concerned about the small hive beetles in that one. In that one frame that we pulled out of the first. So check and see what we got here. Yeah, got some good honey capped around this way. Got some little bit of nectar in there. Here. Certainly active on that frame, and good amount of honey here, but not any brood. So looks like we got past the brood section of the hive. Let's see what we've got in this next view, and really looking to see what frames I may need to take out and shrink this hive down and get it ready for the winter. And my brother-in-law is going to come up this next week. There's a little bit of good capped honey. Same on this side. They've probably been getting into that frame pretty good, but yeah, and my brother-in-law is going to come up, and we're going to do a winter or a fall varroa treatment, and I'll probably video that and show you what that looks like. But so far seems like we've got a pretty healthy hive. Yeah, again, we've got a little bit of capped honey. Again, they've been getting into it, but that's all right. Same on both sides there. So now we'll see, getting into these last couple outside frames, see what they look like. I think I may be able to take some of them out. I don't want to take out too much of what they may be using, but yeah, see, they've built out the comb on that frame pretty good. There's a small hive beetle in that, but I will probably be, yeah, there's some more small hive beetles. Probably I'm going to take these frames out that have some small hive beetle infestation. And this is my trap that I had. Get it out of here. See what it looks like. This is a small hive beetle trap. You put oil down in there. So you can see it's got quite a few. They're probably, I don't know, 30 or so in there, which is good, and it's not keeping the population down enough, is what it seems like to me. So we'll have to do some investigating in that. And yep, this frame again, because it's not as active, the small hive beetles, you can see them running around on there, and same over here. So probably going to shake the bees off of this. Don't want the small hive beetles to go back in the hive, so try to get rid of those some way. Got to think about that, because I really don't want the small hive beetles getting in there. They'll fly off. So let's see, what does this one look like? Yeah, this is just again a pretty blank frame that they've just started working a little bit on, but not much, and it's got a few of these small hive beetles on here. So I'm going to get rid of them and try to save all the bees that I can, and get the bees off of here back in the hive without getting the small hive beetles in there is the goal. But usually you can shake the bees off, but I'm afraid I'm also going to shake the small hive beetles. So just see what we can do. Maybe we can get these bees to, there we go. I think we got them mostly off of there. And I'd like to see what I need to do to see what I can do to get these small hive beetles killed in the process. So, and that way I can kind of shrink the hive down with make sure that they only have the frames that they really need for the winter time. Again, that one's built out a little bit, and it's got quite a few small hive beetles. So how do I get those off without shaking the small hive beetles in there? See what I can do to. Didn't bring my brush. I probably should have done that and brushed them off. It'd been a little easier. But then you may brush off the small hive beetles too, so don't want to do that. Alright, let's just see. Now got them. Get the rest of these bees off without getting the beetles. Oh, get off there. Okay. There we go. Just a couple more bees, but it's alright. I'll get those bees off and then get those beetles taken care of. Alright. And let's see about this one. I think this one also is one we need to maybe get reduced. Let's see. Take that one out because there's not much on this one as well, but there's a few small hive beetles. Get few of those bees off of there and see if we can get them to get back in the hive. They'll fly off for a little bit, but they'll find their way back. I'm just mainly concerned about getting these frames that aren't being really used right now out of here for the winter, so that we can maybe control the small hive beetle population a little bit too, because they seem to really get in these frames that the bees aren't working too good. So, all right, let's see. The bees will take care of the small hive beetles. They'll chase them. As you can see, there's another one of those traps I have in here too. So, all right. Let's see. We'll put these. Got to push these frames back. I like to do this very carefully so I don't smash the bees. I'll be as cautious as I can. Pull these, hopefully pull these frames back down here towards this end. Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised at how calm that these bees are really today. I feel like they've been pretty calm. When I tried to come down here the other day, and I just looked and noticed, actually it was yesterday I guess, noticed there wasn't much activity coming in and out, so I opened the lid just a little bit to see what I could see on this horizontal hive, and wow, they came out after me really quick. They were very aggressive yesterday, but not so much today, so that's good. Maybe it's because I have the smoke. That's one thing. Certainly helps. But all right, about to get all these frames pushed down in here. Be really careful, man. Last thing I need to do is kill any bees, but certainly not the queen. So slowly move these down. The propolis that they put on there and all of the wax really begins to hold those frames in place. All right, now put this one back. This is a good frame. A lot of good honey on there. Be cautious. Oops. Sorry, bees. I got them stirred up that time. And we'll put this one back on here as well. Another good frame that they're working on, and they have quite a bit of honey in it, so they're not starving to death, that's for sure, but we want to help them out a little bit. So, all right, let's see. This was the one that had quite a bit of small hive beetles on it, but it doesn't have as many now. Just shake the bees off. There we go. And that's another frame I'll take off. And then we'll look at this one as well. I think this is another one that doesn't have any wax on it. Yeah, it's got just a couple of small hive beetles, so let me take that one out as well. I don't want to take too much because they still need something to build their honeycomb out on, but they've got quite a few more here that they haven't built out yet, so I end up taking looks like about 5 frames out. And I'll push this down. This is the feeder that I'll be putting the sugar water in. So I'll move it down. Carefully do that so you don't kill any bees. Okay. There we go. And I'll check this frame. Yeah, this one, again, not much to it. Maybe I'll leave it in here so that they'll have something if they need one more frame to try to build out. I hope I'm doing this right. Yeah, there's my other small hive beetle trap. We'll check it too and see. Oh yeah, there's, well, not as many in it. Yeah, I guess that is quite a few in there. So I'll leave that here, and that gives them something. Actually, I may move that more over here. That gives them some place to chase those small hive beetles off into and try to get them controlled as much as they can. Just a little bit more. Okay. There we go. All right. And let's see. Yeah, I think that frame, it's got a few small hive beetles on it and some bees, so we'll get that off of there. And smoker's still going. All right. You check this one. Oh yeah, we got a big old beetle on that one. Got him. A couple of bees off of there, and I'll probably put those over here on the other side. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to move my divider down. So my divider will be right here, where again they can work this smaller hive now for the winter time. I believe is the right thing to do. So still got quite a few frames that they can build out if they need to, but I'm going to put these other frames. I'm going to take them actually up to the house and make sure I kill all of those small hive beetles that are on those frames, and then save them. I'll either put them back in the box or save them for our next spring. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and get this sugar water put in here, and then put some of these pollen patties in that I've got. Okay, there we go. I just put some sugar water in just 2 weeks ago, I think it was, on a video. I believe I made a video of that. It's completely empty, so definitely time to put some more in. And then, like I said, we'll be back next week, probably on Tuesday. My brother-in-law's coming up, and we're going to do the varroa mite treatment, and we'll check them again, see how they're doing, and probably give them some more sugar water and see how they do with these pollen patties that we've got here for them. So here's a pollen patty. I'm just going to take off one side of the plastic paper. They can eat through that, but I'll put one here. I've got a 1 pound. This is a 1 pound. Was a 1 pound slab of protein or pollen, but I've cut it into 4 different pieces so we can kind of spread it out in the hive just a little bit here, so you guys can see that. Like I said, I'm just taking off one side of the paper and leaving the top side. Hopefully that'll help keep the small hive beetles from getting in it and other things that shouldn't, a little bit. But. All right, one more. And we're going to get out of your way, bees, and let you do your thing. We fed you, taking care of you, trying to help you control those small hive beetles. So I believe we're done for the day. Thank you all for joining me. Any words of wisdom, please put them in the comment. Of course, if you like following me along on this journey of my first beehive in 2024, then subscribe and like it, share it, however you want to do it. I'm not really trying to build a following. I'm just trying to learn, and several people have given me some comments and some advice, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for following along. That's it for the bees for today.